Huh.
Okay.
Alright.
Sure. And I no, I'm just like, pictures.
Yeah.
Have it all marked. You can like write it, like, you know,
I was sick yesterday, and I'm like,
with circles.
rushed in this morning. I must have hit every accident that happened.
So is it, I'm sorry, is the aluminum block already the correct size?
So it's blocked like about that.
Yeah.
It's already got the right size.
So, but it's the correct dimension is this way.
Yes.
Okay. So you're sure it fits into the.
Yeah, so this is one of those eating blocks where you, a lot of times they have little tiny holes
Down here.
Yeah, no, I know.
You rotate a little,
I-
here's a room here, and I have a lot of material.
you block.
Oh,
So I
okay.
can-
Yeah.
Real quick.
No.
Oh. Thanks so much.
So,
Yeah, when I look at it, so it's
the only
great.
problem is that they decided to put the thermometer holes right in the middle, so
We gotta avoid that.
it just seems that we have to put them on. I mean, it's too bad, because I would have preferred to be able to shift. But
Yeah.
it's-
I
we can
mean,
go around it.
yeah, I can also make it.
Thanks so much.
Thank you, sir.
Well, I mean, the main thing is I don't want it interferes with where I could have put cuts.
Any exams that?
But I mean, you could put a cutout.
Oh,
The exams and
yeah.
That
it's just happening.
Unfortunately, it's not quite big enough.
Oh, they might wait.
So I don't have to cheat them.
So I'm gonna do.
Well,
two big
You could if you'd like. I'll look the other way just for you.
Yeah, just send me the drawing if you want to.
Oh,
I hope I've given enough space between.
yeah, that'd be.
Yeah, I mean, it can, that webbing can get fragile.
But anyway, if we screw up, I have to.
Okay. Well, you know, I can also buy.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I mean, if you want to leave it, I'm leaving this afternoon. Whatever. We'll.
Yeah, I'm not gonna have time to drop it off today.
I mean, I still.
But, I'm back on
What was the
Wednesday.
keynote next
So,
week? Lunch.
Wednesday afternoon.
Oh, my keynote.
Yeah.
Where are you at? I don't want to, I don't drop it downstairs, right? I go- You have an office in the.
In scan.
Scan?
Yeah. Or if you just want to leave it
There's
like
somebody
back
more,
of
yeah.
your mailbox.
Oh, I can do that.
But there is a session after this one.
That's easy, so I'll do that now.
Yeah, do that.
Well, when I get done with this.
I have like
Yeah, so I
session
made
2, 3.
this yesterday. It's a candle holder for.
Because we're not, everything loves you.
Oh, yeah.
We have to start being mean.
Yeah.
Raw aluminum. But I used the thing that I haven't done a whole lot of is slitting saw, right?
Oh, wow, yeah. So it clamps down.
So it clamps down on a really precise diameter. Yeah, so there's also high concentricity between that and this. It's very precise. That's why.
Yeah. That's cool. That's cool.
That's what I did yesterday. That was funny.
So
Okay,
good.
I'll see you later.
Okay, thanks. And thanks for remembering where I'm just like.
Oh, yeah.
Everything leaks out nowadays.
Smartphone,
don't make me.
Don't you think we need that time off to enjoy ourselves, our families, recharge?
I went to human subjects and research roles. It's kind of related to what we do.
Are we really ever? No, I'm not doing Yeah, there's. Did you have a lot of letters this holidays? I used to beg to me. I'm so sorry I forgot to get us organized before the holidays. They're due next week. Can you do it? Steve, George. And I was like, I'll do the best I can. I don't require them to submit their materials to me in a nice way. Because some people feel like I do too.
Yes, you're my way of the firewall.
There's so many emails. Well, I'm on the other side now. So no, I'm never gonna watch. It's just like all day. It's so silly to watch. I do too. I'm so lucky to have a job here. Thank you very much. Everyone loves me.
Okay, I think we're gonna get started. Good morning, everybody. We have such a 55 minutes and, you know, we all have a tendency to talk too much, so we're gonna take it slowly, but leave plenty of times for questions. So thank you all for being here. My name is Marcy Fink-Campos, and I'm the director of our Center for Community Engagement and Service. Anybody know our office? Okay, well, we're right down the hall in MPC 273. So I both oversee the office that tries to help faculty create partnerships and get out into the community, but I also teach a course in American Studies and Government as an adjunct. It's a community-based learning course. So I'm probably not going to talk too much, but we'll share some examples. So I want to welcome our panelists, and I also want to welcome all of you. So real quickly, of everybody here, how many of you are teaching? Okay, and how many of you are considering community-based learning as something you might want to add to a class? Okay, how many have done something similar to community-based learning? Okay, what have you done?
Little community voice project at school.
Oh.
Dr. Shapiro Pearl. So half the class here is about working with communities, and the other half actually engaging with community members, helping them do their work.
Absolutely, and that's a great example of something I put in the slideshow. Is a great resource, is the website with all those films about all the nonprofits in DC, so that's great. Yes?
When I was in AmeriCorps Vista, Volunteer in Service to America, I ended up directing some media literacy where I worked with children, older folks, and just recorded their stories and put it together for the nonprofit that I was there on their site for.
Great, great. Anybody else have examples of things that are similar to community-based learning that they've done already and they're trying to maybe push a little further? Okay, well, in an ideal world, if we had an hour and a half, we'd have everybody introduce themselves and say what they want to learn and get out of the session. But I think we're going to skip it just because of time. Sorry, it's a short session. So I'm going to ask each of our panelists to introduce themselves, tell us what they teach or what they took, and sort of why community-based learning was valuable. And as you can see right behind them is the agenda for today, what we're going to try and cover. So first, Noemi.
All right. So my name is Noemi Enchautegi. I teach in the Department of Psychology. And a class in which I'm using this community-based learning connection is the community psychology course. And I'm doing that in that course because it seemed like a natural. The course is about a field in psychology that tries to connect individual well-being to factors outside the person, and those factors include community development and neighborhood characteristics, for instance. So with that course, I've incorporated what is called the CB component in the class, and I think Marcy will be describing what that is in a moment. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Alex Hodges. I have a dual appointment here at American University. I'm both the librarian for the School of Education and the head of our Research Instruction Services. And also I teach in the School of Education as an affiliate associate professor. In the School of Education, I teach educational technology integration to our teacher education candidates, both in-service and pre-service students. And I also teach children's literature, and I manage our children's literature collections, which I work very closely with Marcy's team from DC Reads to be able to provide some of our literature to students in the schools. For me, I've worked with Marcy and her team for many years now. I've both participated in the CSLP, which we'll talk about in a little bit, as well as community-based learning. My students have done the CSLP, which is a 1-credit add-on to both my children's literature course, and then also in my educational technology course, I've just gone through the Faculty Fellows program this last summer to change my course to make it CB focused. So I hope we'll get a chance to talk about some of that.
Mm-hmm. And finally, Jocelyn Mendez.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Jocelyn Mendez. I'm a junior in the School of Public Affairs studying political science. I also have a minor in American Studies, and my first CB experience was actually this past fall with Professor Campos. And I took the Latino community in the DC metro area, and my site was DC Doors, and they work to combat homelessness in the community.
Great, thanks. Okay, so just to give you a little bit of background, AU, of course, has a strategic plan. And we always draw from it when we're trying to advocate for more resources and more attention and more visibility to this work, to say, wow, underprovide and unsurpassed undergraduate education, it says our students will enhance their education through community-based learning and research. And I do want to mention community-based learning is synonymous with service learning. So both those terms will be used. So that's part of the plan. Also bring the world to AU and AU to the world. And it emphasizes the bonds with local, national, and international organizations. And of course, that is one of the absolute benefits we face here in DC, is that there are so many groups and issues that our students can get involved in off campus. And then finally, the whole issue of our social responsibility, and I believe we will be pushed to do even more in that regard in the next 4 years. So it says we will strengthen our culture of service and social responsibility with opportunities for service and a vigorous commitment to the city and people of Washington, D.C. So we see that theme throughout this work. On the one hand, of course, we're trying to enhance and deepen the education of the students, but we also feel that there's so many inequities in DC, beyond the monuments, beyond the museums, and there's so many ways our students can make a contribution, benefit themselves, but also that it's a reciprocal opportunity. Okay. So, this is super brief, but this is the time when hands-on learning absolutely makes sense. In my personal view, most learners benefit from it, but community-based learning, which is that experiential learning, is absolutely resonates with young people, with millennials. And I thought I'd just give Jocelyn a couple of seconds to say anything on this list that she felt, really made sense for her.
Yeah, I think just overall, I felt particularly fortunate to have taken the class this past semester because of everything that was happening with the election, and seeing news in real time. A lot of what's happening within the political sphere and things like that directly impacts these community organizations. So and it was really interesting to see how the rhetoric in my organization and DC Doors in particular was changing during the course of the semester in regards to what's happening in current events.
And so many, if you even look around AU now in terms of the practices that are coming about, living learning communities, senior capstones, all these are considered high impact practices. They tend to contribute towards student retention, another kind of key term in higher ed now, right? And community-based learning is one of them that's considered a high impact practice. Okay. So the formal definition that we use here, and it's on the handout, on the back of one of the handouts I gave you, is community-based learning is an academic, course-based pedagogy that extends and deepens classroom learning through meaningful involvement with the community agency, nonprofit organization, or school. Through a planned collaboration, all stakeholders benefit from CBL, the CBL experience, both by meeting course objectives, obviously that's critical, and addressing community identified goals and needs. So there are multiple definitions. We needed to come up with a definition in order to kind of both promote it and also encourage faculty to come up with which courses might be a good match. So this is a definition we use, and we have had 2 programs at AU. Is anybody else familiar besides Alex and Noemi with the CSLP, the add-on credit? Has anybody heard of that? Okay, I want you to consider it as if you're considering moving in this direction, sometimes this add-on credit, which is an option, so students choose it, they have 2 weeks to add it on, and it's 1 credit and it's pass-fail, and it basically requires 40 hours of service. But it's mostly run by Harry Gilliard in my office, so we, we help students register, we help them find the sites, you just kind of sign off on it, and of course we want you to pay attention and value what they're doing and encourage your students to present at the end of the semester. But you can just how many people when you did it in your classes tended to do it?
In mine, I've had from 1 to 3 in one class that I have done.
How many?
3 classes in which they've done it is a class of 35 students.
In my experience, it's been about 1 to 3, and my classes will range from 15 to 25.
And what happens is someone from my office comes into your class during the first week of school, does like an 8 to 10 minute presentation about it, gives you a little card that looks like this. And as a matter of fact, you can get these later. And it basically tells students how to register for the credit, and we help them find the site. So later on, we can give these to you. So if you're really just getting started, CSLP might be the way to go to test it out and see which groups are good to work with. What we're going to focus on today is when it's a course-wide commitment. Everybody in the class is involved in community-based learning. Okay. So these are a sampling of some of the courses that are considered CB now. Up till about a year ago, there was a CB actually in the course number, so it'd be like 423.001 CB or something like that. But the registrar changed the whole system.